Now, I would say we live in a society with no meaning. This is because we have realized that everything is meaningless. While some would disagree with me and say that eating has meaning, breathing has meaning, living has meaning, I would say no. Human beings evolved to do one thing and one thing only, which was to survive. We are nature's finest creation. We are the result of thousands of years of evolution, which is really amazing to think about. Really amazing to think of our journey from when we were mere worms in the sea to when we crawled upon land as a lizard to when we hunted and adapted in the endless struggle to survive. And the end result is our form. We are the perfect predator, the perfect survivor, and the perfect hunter. Our eyes can allow us to see for long distances. Our brains can allow us to deduce, investigate. Our stomachs can allow us to digest large quantities of food, and our internal organs can allow us to eat both meat and plant. And it's because of this that people will think that we are the divine creation of some great being. Indeed, well, this is clearly nonsense. I can see why people would believe in it. A species such as ourselves, which is so great and so good at surviving, will lead some to believe that we are made in the image of a all-knowing, all-powerful being. And from this, religions shall be created. And from these religions, meaning shall be created. The roles of motherhood, of husband and wife, of imam and follower, of priest and flock. Of shepherd and sheep shall be created and assigned. Indeed, religion does give meaning to people. I will not deny that. It's because of religion that we now have beautiful works of architecture that dominate the skylines of cities like Rome, London, Paris, Mecca, Medina, and other places where there are beautiful places of architecture, of religious architecture. Also leads to beautiful works of art, such as in the Vatican. But when one realizes that God, Allah, Yahweh, Vishnu, whatever, are the creations of scammers, of people looking to control and manipulate you and control you and brainwash you, then you realize that religion really doesn't have any meaning. Its meaning is merely to deceive you and get you to follow along with whatever lies and mistruths the people running the religion want you to believe. That is when you truly realize that all the churches, all the mosques, all the works of art really have no meaning. They're meaningless. Their meaning is to keep you indoctrinated. And when a society breaks free from the chains of religion and embraces the truth, indeed, things will be a lot more better for society. But then there'll be no meaning. Personally, I would trade a society that has no meaning to a society that has high meaning. Whilst it's true that religious societies have more meaning and religious people are generally more happier, that is only because ignorance is strength. The ignorant are happy with their little delusion. They're happy to live in a world where they can believe in their little fantasy, where they can live forever in their days of make-believe, where they can run around dressed up in their fancy religious clothing, whether it be a burqa or a Muslim robe, a nun's habit, a priest's flock. They're happy to live in their little delusion, in their fairy tale fantasy land, where anything is possible. But once society breaks free from these childish chains, they want the grown-ups take charge and tell the children playtime is over. That's when we truly live freely. A society that, for the tenets of atheism, which are freedom of thought, freedom of speech, criticize everything you watch, read, listen to, or whatever. That is a society that's healthy, happy, and pure. Sure, that society is degenerate because they realize that the roles of husband and wife, mother and father are indeed meaningless and should not really be followed. And indeed, in this society, a traditional marriage will be shamed upon and good, as marriage in itself is misogynistic. But in this will lose meaning. But we can create new meaning. We can strive for the truth and for freedom and for liberation instead of constant indoctrination and falsehood. We can strive to liberate the world from the tyranny of oppression, religious oppression. And then we can live in a society that's more happier, healthier, and freer, more truthful, more better, more devoted to the truth. That is a society which I and many others would love to live in. A society with no religion in it. Not just a secular society where religion is totally divorced from government, but an atheist society where religion does not exist at all. That is a philosophy I follow. Religion is vile, increpid, stupid plague. It must be utterly put behind us as we move forward to the future.